Yo, what up? It's your boy Diesel Time, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Oh boy, today we are talking about the new animated feature Catwoman Hunted. And if you're new to the channel, please check out some of my other videos, like and subscribe, do all that. But let's get right into it. We're talking about Catwoman Hunted, the new animated feature on HBO Max and available on Blu-ray, DVD, 4K, whatever, physical media as well. So glad Warner Brothers hasn't completely abandoned physical media because some of their DC animated universe wasn't doing so hot and they killed it. Put it in the can. But they got this new, completely different. It's an anime Catwoman movie. And just first of all, whoever idea it was to make an anime Catwoman movie, you deserve a raise. Good job. Yeah, I liked it. I maybe wasn't necessarily the target demographic, but I definitely enjoyed it for what it was. You know, not everything landed for me, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. I liked the look of it, the frame rate, the colors, the costumes. I like they used like the anime two-tone where you got like the highlights and the shadows, and it's just two colors. They did a good job of picking all the colors. It's a funny thing, but yeah, great color selection, costume design, character design. You know, Catwoman with the big, princess eyes just worked with her personality. They do a good job of introducing you to Catwoman. She rolls up to this big fancy, it's like the Met Gala, but with superheroes. So they're dressed up like this. And she's even wearing like the old school 60s costume, which is cool. Like, cool way to start out. And she slips in and she's like, cracking jokes. She's being friendly. She's being flirty. She's got this line, better watch out or I'm going to steal your man. And then she says, better watch out, I'm going to steal your boo. Or, better watch out, I'm going to steal him. And then later, once she gets caught stealing the cat's eye emerald at this party and she has to fight a bunch of goons, she even reuses the line like real quickly, like, better watch out, mistake him. And then she throws him at one of the henchmen. So it was kind of fun. Like, one, they set up, she's this like fun, flirty character, but also like they took that same line and for the third time, which, the comedy comes in threes, they used it like a Spider-Man quip. So she could, she's feisty too. She can fight, hold her own against a bunch of goons. And just all the characters that they brought in. Catwoman is this character that, obviously she's a Batman auxiliary character. Here she is with all these Batman villains. But she has a little bit of a rogues gallery of her own, or she can slip and slide into other properties. So they brought a bunch of characters to her, which I like. They had Alfred Pennyworth's niece, I want to say. She's like in the CIA. They had Talia al Ghul. She was fighting alongside Batwoman, Kate Kane's Batwoman. And again, they used character to move the story forward. Specifically, like, so Catwoman, she's bisexual, but she's also crafty. So she seduces Kate Kane, who is also, she's lesbian, but she's kind of new to the game, so she's a little more naive. She doesn't realize that she's being seduced by Catwoman. She's not hip to the game on like the manipulation tactics that Selena Kyle's using to kind of show her the goods. Use all her resources available to get close and also keep Batwoman distracted so that she can get some Wayne tech off her. So that's like, okay, you could only kind of do that with a lesbian character who would be naive enough to fall for something like that. And then once Catwoman has the Wayne tech, it wasn't just for like the hentai boys to be like, oh, it's a lesbian scene. Like, that's again Catwoman being smart, being clever, being resourceful. We also got Keith David voicing Tobias Whale, another character who can kind of slip in and, him and Solomon Grundy, they're both in this, and they're both characters who are like super strong and durable. So you can kind of scale their powers based on who they're facing. If like Batman, let's say Batman is taken on Tobias Whale or Solomon Grundy, you can make them more similar to like Bane's power strength. But if it's like Superman fighting Solomon Grundy, you would, maybe turn up the knob a little bit to more like maybe one of Darkseid's minions. It's just all up to the writer and the storytelling. So to make both of these characters be like these juggernaut like things for them to just throw the kitchen sink at, that was kind of fun. And I love Keith David. You just have him voice any character, it always works. We had this Nosferatu, La Rata. You don't know Spanish? You don't know La Rata, El Rata? Come on. Yeah, we had Nosferatu, who she kind of looks like an Egyptian goddess almost, but obviously it's a play on Nosferatu. She's like a vampire lady, Dracula. She's got the wings. She looks like Man-Bat, but better put together. Man-Bat is the professor who drinks a vial of stuff and turns into a giant, bat monster. And she's just more of like, she has her wits about her. She's nicely dressed. She's a female man-bat, like not Batwoman, woman-bat, just Nosferatu, but she has her own character. She's not just a carbon copy. She has a little, even though she is derivative still of Man-Bat and Dracula, but it's this kind of mirror held up to Batwoman. And they do the same thing. Minerva is actually Cheetah, the Wonder Woman villain. And so you got like the monster Batwoman and also like the monster Catwoman versus Batwoman and Catwoman. So that was like an interesting juxtaposition, a little mirroring. It's always cool when like the villain is like the worst of the hero. And so this is really like the worst. And my only real complaint in the movie is the other monsters. Like they had these like Greek minotaur, these like actual giant elephant-sized monsters halfway through the movie that they were fighting. And I just didn't feel like it fit Catwoman's palette. It's not her typical line of storytelling. And she even says like, yo, I didn't sign up for this. And Batwoman's like, well, I didn't not sign up for this. But yeah, the main character says it straight to the camera, reminds, all the viewers at home, like, this is not typical Catwoman storytelling. I noticed, you might have noticed, now we both know that we both know. And so that was the one thing that kind of took me out, like, why is she fighting giant monsters, little Transformers and whatnot? Like, that's like, Solomon Grundy is pushing it. That's as far as you should really be going. And then Cheetah, she's like she's not the more humanoid version of Cheetah. She's a definitely like grotesque monster. She does this like painful transformation where she grows like to be 10 feet tall and her feet like start doing little cat, joints. It's kind of scary. And so, like, that should be the limit. If Catwoman's going to face a cat monster, that's as sci-fi as Catwoman usually gets. She's a jewel thief. She's not Superman, Batman. Even for Batman, that's, like, a little weird. Man-Bat, that's, like, on the sci-fi end. Usually you got humanoid characters. Joker, Riddler, Penguin. That's more Batwoman, or Batman, Batwoman, Catwoman, Robin, Dick Grayson, whatever you want. That's their wheelhouse. So yeah, mild complaint. And some of the writing was a little kiddie. I think they were going for like a teenage girl audience. But I'm a Catwoman fan. What can I say? I had a good time. I suggest you catch it out if you're just a DC fan. You want to check out some new flavor. Like I said, the anime Catwoman, it really worked. Highly recommend. Go check it out. And check out some of my other videos. I have more DC comic book movie review type of things. I have some animations. I also do the Roscache cut. If you know the Snyder cut, you should check out the Roscache cut. I do fun special effect parody videos of some of your favorite fight scenes, all kinds of things. Check it out, check it out, check it out, check it out, check it out. Thank you so much for coming by. Peace.